Hello guys, my name is Lasha and today I will be teaching you intermediate level vocabulary and we have amazing topics today, theater and museum. I hope you enjoyed your Bayram and it was very successful for you and peaceful. Now as for our today's lesson, theater and museums. I know that it's not so popular in the 21st century to go to theater in some countries, but I personally love theater. When I was a kid and teenager, I used to go to theater 3-4 times a week. I lived next to the theater. My house was literally next to the theater, and from my balcony I could see the theater and I could see everything going on in the yard of the theater. That's why I think I have such a big love for theater. Let me ask you a question. Who do we have watching today? Because I want to ask you one question. How often do you go to theater? How often do you go to theater? Or have you ever been to theater? Maybe you have never visited a theater because it might not be so popular in Turkey. I'm not sure about it. I see our video on YouTube and let me check Facebook as well. Yes, we have got Facebook as well. Etem and Huriye, you are writing something in Turkish, but I can't understand Turkish because I'm not from Turkey. So please, can you write your comments in English? Theater has two different spelling, guys. This is American version of the word, but if we want to write it in British English, it has different spelling. We should write theater like this. This is British English, okay? So first one is American English, second one is British English. You can use whichever you prefer. This is not just about theater, but also some other words as well. In British English, we have RE spelling, and in American English, ER spelling. For example, center. Center of the city, let's say. British English, you will write like this, and American English, you will write like this. I'm not sure about TOEFL lesson, Mert. I've got to check it. But you can also see the program of our lessons on Instagram page if you follow Just English on Instagram. But also I can check it for you if we have got TOEFL lesson this week. Just could you wait a second? There was TOEFL lesson today at 2 o'clock. And also we have got TOEFL on Saturday at 4 p.m. Also, please keep in mind that we have already done some lessons about TOEFL, and you can watch all of them uploaded on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. So you can check that as well if you can't join the live lessons. Now, when we are talking about theater, I thought first we needed to learn about people who work at the theater. And I have written here the people who work at the theater. First of all, is the playwright. Playwright is the person who writes plays for the theater. We don't call this person author, or we don't call the writer, but we say playwright. Do you know any playwrights, guys? Do you know any playwrights? Maybe Turkish? If you are interested in theater, you might know some of the playwrights. Let's see if we get any answers. The first person that comes to my mind is, of course, William Shakespeare for the playwright, because he has written things for the theater. Other ones, to be honest, I also don't know. Stagehands, these are people who work in the theater and they work on backstage. They prepare the stage, they do some works like putting all the lightings and etc. These kind of preparation things for the theater performance. Wardrobe supervisor is the person who takes care of your clothes. If you have been to theater, you know that when you enter the theater, there is wardrobe and you can give your jacket to the person. This person is called wardrobe supervisor. Usher, on the other hand, this is not the rapper Usher, but usher means a person who checks your tickets and shows you where to sit in the theater. This person is called usher. As for the janitor, janitor is cleaner. It is mostly used in American English. So the person who cleans the theater, we call them janitors. We don't say cleaners for them. And last word that I wanted to teach you about people is prompter. Prompter is someone who prompts text to the actors and actresses during theater performances. This one is not so popular in modern theaters, but there used to be prompters in old times. Like there was one place on the stage, and this person would sit there and tell the text to the actors and actresses. So actor and actress don't forget the text. Okay, so this person prompted, like helped actors and actresses, but the audience could not see this person. Okay, but in modern theaters we don't have prompters. I think I have not seen it for a long time. Prompter. Now, as for the places at the theater, of course, we have got auditorium. Auditorium is the place for cinema or theater, it can be both, where people sit, where the audience sits. This place we call auditorium. Balcony, we call the upper levels of the theater. Like you know that in the theater we have got the ground level, then we have got upper levels, and they really look like balconies, so they are called balconies. Foyer is a place where people wait before they go into the auditorium. Okay, so when you enter the theater and there is like a hallway, we can say, this hallway or corridor is called foyer. As for the stalls, this is used in British English, and stalls we call the ground level seats in the theater. So auditorium you can use if you are talking about all of them together, or if you want to separate the levels, you can use stalls for the ground level seating and balcony for upper level seatings. Okay? Now let's learn some other words related to theater. First word that I would like to explain to you is action. Action, it is noun and it means the series of events that form the plot of a story or play. I think a lot of you know action, and it is verb. Therefore, action is noun and verb is act. Person who acts we call actor for men, and actress for women, for female. We have got first example sentence for these words. The director decided that the second act needed more action and asked the playwright to review the work. I think you understand the sentence. And we have also got sentence B. The action on stage was spellbinding. So it was good. Guys, if you don't understand any of the sentences or any of the words, of course you can write your comments on YouTube and Facebook pages, and I will have a look from time to time and check your comments. Next word that we will discuss today is approach. Approach means to go near something or near someone, to move towards something or someone. It's a verb. Also, we can use this as a noun, absolutely with the same name. And we have got two sentences. The performance approaches perfection. So performance is going near perfection. So the performance was almost perfection. And we have got second sentence like this. The director approached the play from an unusual angle. So the director showed the play. The director touched the play from an unusual angle, from an unusual side. For example, we all know Romeo and Juliet, but if one director decides to show Romeo and Juliet from different direction, then we can write this sentence about it. And there was question from State of Soul about spellbinding. Spellbinding means something that catches your attention fully. You are so interested in something. Hello to Tariq. Next word, we have got audience. Remember, we learned auditorium. Where was it? Here, auditorium. Auditorium is the place where people sit. Therefore, audience are the people who watches something. Another word, we can use spectators. Spectators also means people watching theater performance. Audience also can be people listening to something. For example, you are my audience today because you are listening to my lesson. It is noun, of course, we need to know that. First sentence we have got like this. The audience cheered the actors as they walked off the stage. Cheer, do you know, guys? Like, good job, you did very well, smile and happy thing. And sentence B, the playwright expanded his audience by writing for him film as well as for stage. Okay, so expanded, made something much bigger, broader and wider. Like maybe before this he only wrote for stage, and then he also wrote for film, or the opposite. So his audience was expanded. Creative. Probably everyone knows the meaning of this word. It is adjective. The verb form is create. Also, we have got noun creature, creation, and it means imaginative or artistic. Sentence A says the writer's creative representation of the 7 deadly sins was astounding. Astounding means amazing, wonderful. And sentence B says there are a number of creative people writing for the theater these days. We have got number of creative people writing for the theater these days. I hope it is true for all countries, because these days theaters really need creative people. And sometimes there is a problem about theaters, that they copy and they show always the classics like Shakespeare stories and stories of old time, and it's not so much interesting maybe for younger generation and younger audience. That's why theater really needs creative playwright and creative directors, so they can show something valuable and something important to younger generation, to make young people go to theater. That's why we need creative people at the theaters. Dialogue is a conversation between 2 people or more. It is a noun, and we have got 2 sentences like this. The actors perform the dialogue without using scripts. Maybe you don't know the meaning of script. Script, it means the written word for something. For example, right now I'm not using script, but if I take a paper and my text is written on the paper, this will be my script if I'm looking at the script and reading from there. Okay? This would be script. And second sentence, we've got like this. The written dialogue seemed great, but was hard to perform. Maybe the dialogue was very, very, very good, but it was very difficult one, or very hard to perform. Next word that we are going to learn today is element. It is noun, and it means fundamental, essential, constituent. So important part of something. Okay? For example, if we talk a little bit about chemistry, water has 2 elements, H and O, 2 different elements. Or also we can say that, let's talk about school, for example. Teacher is an element of education. Without teacher, you can't do anything. Sentence A says the audience is an essential element of live theater. Definitely. And then I would say that audience is an essential element of live lesson as well. And sentence B says by putting together all the elements of theater into one play, he overwhelmed the critics. Overwhelm is something like shock, surprise. Next word, number 7, is experience. Probably you understand the meaning of this word, because we use it not only for theaters, but we use it in our everyday English and almost every kind of situation we can use this word. And experience, it means an event or a series of events participated in or lived through. For example, I have eaten sushi. I can say that this is my experience. Okay? Or I have visited many countries. Actually, I have visited 9 countries, I guess, in 4 different continents. So this is also my experience. Okay? So I lived through this. Sentence A says the experience of live theater is very thrilling. I agree 100% to this one. And sentence B says going to the theater was not part of the Claude's experience growing up. So Claude did not go to theater while growing up. We have got a question. What do you think about Greek tragedies? Of course, Greek theater is one of the most important part of theater history, and I don't know how it could have been without Greek and Roman empires. Roman Empire. Yep, that's what I need to say. And we use a lot of things coming from Greek when we are talking about theaters. They have contributed a lot to the theater. Hi, Azime. Word number 8, we have got occur. Occur, it has same meaning with happen, to take place. For example, the car accident occurred yesterday at 9 o'clock. So it happened at 9 o'clock yesterday. Here we have got two sentences. A, the murder in the play occurs in the second act. Guys, please pay attention to this act. Here, act is used as a noun, and it means the part of the play. In the theater, usually we have 2 acts. Sometimes there can be 3 acts, sometimes there can be only 1 act. So how many parts are in the theater? If it is more than 2 hours, I mean if the whole performance is more than 2 hours, usually they split it into 2 acts. And if it is very short, like 1 hour and 10 minutes or 15 minutes, the directors don't split it and it's only 1 act. Now, as for the act, it's also about the writer or about the playwright. They can write the play in different acts. So also it's up to them. They can also decide how many acts there will be. Sentence B says, it never occurred to me that the wife whom the character referred to was imaginary. He did not have wife, it was just his imagination. And hello to Sana. Where is Rana? Sana Rana. Perform is a verb. Performance is noun. It means to act before an audience, if we are talking about theater or movies, or to give a public presentation of something. Also, any kind of work we can say is performance. Like in HR, human resources, we use performance evaluation. It means when your manager or boss decides to check how well you did your job, this is performance check or performance evaluation. So this is not the only meaning of perform, okay? Sentence A says the theater group performed a 3-act play. I think you understand it very well. And sentence B we have got like this. Juan performed the role without forgetting any lines. Wow, amazing. Without forgetting any lines. It is difficult to memorize the text, and sometimes performers, actors and actresses need their scripts. Next word, we have got rehearse. It is a verb, and if you want to use as a noun, it is rehearsal. It means to practice in preparation for a public performance, to direct in rehearsal. So this is what I'm saying. Rehearse is verb, rehearsal is a noun. The players rehearsed for only 3 weeks before the show opened. And sentence B says the director rehearses with the actors 10 hours each day. This one can really be true. Like when we see some theater performances, we may think that it is easy and everyone can do it, but actors really need to rehearse for a long time and for many hours, because everything is not as easy as we see. Review is critical estimate of a work or performance. Like when I see something and then I write my ideas about this thing, this is a review. For example, IMDb, probably everyone knows this website, IMDb, International Movie Database. It has reviews about movies. So people write their comments about these movies, and this is called review. Writing a criticism of a performance. So review can be noun and verb as well. The spelling is same and also the meaning is same. Just we change the part of the word sentence. It can be used as a noun and it can be used as a verb, both of them. The critics' influential review of the play was so negative that it sank the entire production. Sank, guys, is to go down, to make something go down. And sentence B says the newspaper sent a rank amateur to review the play. So the person who was sent by the newspaper was not professional but the amateur. And last word we have got, sell out. It means to sell all the tickets. All theaters hope for this, but I don't know if it happens a lot, if they can sell out the tickets these days that much. First sentence we have got like this, the Broadway opening sold out months in advance. Yep, Broadway probably, yes. And sentence B says we expect that this play will be a smash and sell out quickly. Every actor, actress, of course, hopes for this, and I wish that it will always happen like that for them. Now, guys, if you don't have any questions about any of the words, I guess we can go to the exercises and create some sentences. Actually, we'll need to put these words in the correct sentence. Do you have any questions about the words, guys, or can we go to exercises? Okay, Sana and State of Soul Official, let's go to exercises. And we have got a text and we need to put the words that we have just learned. So our words are action, approach, audience, created, dialogue, elements, experiences, occurs, performance, rehearsal, reviews, and sellout. And we need to put in the correct place. So it is gap filling exercise. Let's start doing it. But I will need, I don't need notes. I can write also here. Many people find nothing as exciting as an evening of live theater. The theater combines great works of literature written for the stage, the talents of great actors, and the efforts of hundreds of skilled artisans who work to create a mood. This mood, comma, blah blah blah, by the actors, directors, and playwright. Guys, probably you understand that when you see comma, then it should be participle here because we have by the actors. So we need verb 3, past participle of the verb. Now, if we check our words, which one do you think we can put in number 1? So here we need to put verb 3. Verb 3, third form of the verb, past participle, because imagine it like a passive voice, like done by actors, okay? Now look at these words. Which one is verb 3 version? You cannot change the verb, guys. You can't change the words. You just need to copy exactly. So which one is verb 3 form? Sana says created, and yes, of course, it is created. Azime also provided correct answer. This mood created by the actors, director, and playwright with the supporting blah 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 of sets, lighting, and costumes. Because we have of course, we need to use noun over here. State of soul elements. State of soul says elements, and I think it is absolutely correct. Thank you, Gozda, as well. Number 2, we will use, of course, elements. True. With supporting elements of sets, lighting, and costumes is what makes a theatrical blah 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 magical. So we have a article, theatrical adjective. Definitely we need noun here. Theatrical what? We already used created and we used element as well. Where is our element? Here. So what do you think about number 3, guys? We already have first answer from State of Soul Official. Azime, Sana, do you agree? Jada, Gözde. Sana also agrees and says performance in number 3. Good job, good. Of course, theatrical performance, correct. When the curtain goes up, this magic, blah blah blah, right before your eyes. This magic, it is noun, and of course we need verb, because subject, and then we need verb. And we need singular verb. What do you think about number 4, guys? We have already got some answers coming. Oh, actually only one answer from State of Soul Official. Occurs. Of course, the magic occurs. The magic happens right before your eyes. So, occurs. The director of a play will, of course, verb, guys, the work from his or her own artistic perspective. We need verb, guys. Guys, reviews cannot be correct because we have will. Have you ever seen will and verb with s together? Nope. So it should be verb basic form without s, without ed, without anything. Rehearsal is rehearse. No, we have rehearsal. Rehearse can be okay, but rehearsal is noun, so we can't use rehearsal. Action is not verb, so it cannot be. Approach is verb or noun, both of them. Audience is not a verb. Dialogue is not a verb. Experiences can be verb and noun. Rehearsal is noun. Reviews can be verb or noun. Sellout is verb. So which one do we need here? Approach, experiences, reviews, or sellout? Come on, guys, let's see some correct answers. The director of a play will blah 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 the work from his perspective, from his side, from his viewpoint. It is difficult, I think, because we don't have any correct answers yet. Of course, we need to use basic form of the verb, and finally, state of soul official is correct. Approach. Do you remember the meaning of approach, guys? Do you remember the meaning of approach? Approach means to go near something. Here we go. Approach, approach. To move toward something or to go near something. And we had almost same sentence. The director approached the play from an unusual angle. Let's continue. Each director has a different vision, and this shapes how he or she directs the movement or blah 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 between the characters. This one is easy. Of course, we need noun, something between the characters. We have got first answer, dialogue. Do you agree, guys? Sana, I don't understand your question. Experience can't a view to can't be view. Experience can't be view. Do you mean experience can be also like view? No, experience is not view. You are mixing something. Guys, do you agree with state of soul official dialogue for number 6? Should I write here dialogue? Is this correct, guys? Number 6, dialogue between characters. I guess the video stopped, or I don't see any messages coming, which I'm very surprised. Number 6 was very easy one, I think, and of course Tata Soul Official gave correct answer to me. It should be dialogue, movement or dialogue between the characters. Let's continue. Directors use not only their theatrical training but real-life experiences to create a meaningful, realistic evening. Actors also bring their own artistic and personal blah 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 to their work. Sana, I can't agree with you for this one. Experience and perspective is not same. I think you are mixing up with different word probably. Like when you say perspective, it's like something from my side, from my perspective, from my viewpoint, not view, viewpoint. And perspective, they are same, true. Number 7, state of Soul Official and Azime say experiences. Yep, why not? So we have already used, let me delete the words that we used. We used dialogue. And we used experience. So we have these words left: action, audience, rehearsal, reviews, and sellout. Let's continue. This is why every staging of a play is unique. Plays construct another world before your eyes. Ordinary words turn into meaningful what? The word turns into what? We can say action, why not? Turn into meaningful action. Performance we have already used. It could be good for this one as well, but we have already used Azime in number 3. So let's write action for this one. Costumes and sets can be realistic or symbolic. Everything in a play looks easy, but it takes many weeks of what? To get everything in place. It looks easy, but it takes many weeks of what? State of Soul Official and Gözde say rehearsal, and you are correct, guys. We should use rehearsal. It takes many weeks of rehearsals. Let's continue. Watching a play from the blah 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 is great fun. From where? Watching a play from Ethem provided correct answer for number 9 as well, and for number 10, Sana, Gözde, and State of Soul Official think audience. You are totally correct, guys. Watching a play from the audience is great fun. To find out if a play is good, look for something in the newspapers or ask friends. So the comments about play or book or movie, what do we call it? What do we call comments about books or movies when people write their opinion about it, if they liked it or if they did not like it? These we call reviews or sellout. We have got only 2 words left. State of Soul Official and Azime say no, Azime says different, sorry. State of Soul Official says reviews. And of course it is correct. Also Elmas is correct. Reviews. And the last one, let's read. When plays are really popular, the available seats can fill up quickly and the play will sell out. So all tickets will be sold. Last one, 12, is sell out. Guys, for number 6 and number 8, we can also change the words. Like, remember, number 6 was direct the movement or dialogue between the characters we wrote. We can also say action here. Both of them are correct. And number 8, ordinary words turn into meaningful action or turn into meaningful dialogue. Both of them are correct, okay? The last word, Azime, is sell out. It means to sell all the tickets. All tickets to be sold 100%. Guys, I think we can have break now for 15 minutes and I will be back with you in 15 minutes. Please stay with us because next lesson we will talk about museums, even more interesting stuff about museums. See you in 15 minutes.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
joy and smile. A world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglishle şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world full of joy and smile, a world where everyone only by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justinglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do but do Justinglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Etrustic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Clark. Pronunciation.
Justinglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
And I'm back with you guys. And during this lesson, we are going to learn new words about museums. Of course, we will learn some words in the beginning, and then we are going to do exercises together. We are going to learn 12 words. And when we are learning new words, I told you this many times, and I always say to all my students, always try to learn the word family, guys. Like, for example, you learn a new verb, check if there is another word formation with it. For example, noun form, adjective form, adverb form. And it is easier to learn like this, okay? Let's start. I hope you are all back. It was enough time for coffee and or tea or cigarette. First word that we are going to learn now is acquire. Acquire is to gain something, to gain possession of something, or to get by one's own efforts. For example, when you finish university, you obtain diploma, so you acquire something, you gain something. Sentence A says, the museum acquired a Van Gogh during heavy bidding. Bidding, maybe you don't know, it means when there is auction and people bid money. For example, the minimum price is $2,000. One person says 2,500, another one says 3,000, another one says 4,000. This is bidding process, okay? Sentence B says the sculptor acquired metalworking skills after much practice. So the person learned something and acquired these skills. Okay. Next word we have got admire. Admire is to love something very much. Here it says to regard with pleasure or to have esteem or respect for. Raisa, admiring the famous smile, stood before the Mona Lisa for hours. Raisa is name, guys. Maybe you have never heard it before. So she stood before the Mona Lisa. Why? Because she was admiring the famous smile. Sentence B says, I admire all the effort the museum put into organizing this wonderful exhibit. Exhibit is verb and noun as well. Also, we can use exhibition. It is showing collection of something. This is exhibition. Collection is our next word, and it means a group of objects or works to be seen, studied, or kept together. For example, the easiest one that you probably know is photo collection. When you collect some photos, you can have photo collection. Some people have collection of stamps or collection of money, maybe different money from different worlds, currencies. Sentence A says the museum's collection contained many works donated by famous collectors. Collect is verb, collection is noun, collector is a person, okay? Sentence B says the museum's collection kept 2 full-time curators busy. Curator is the person who works on these kind of things. Like we can use curator also at the universities, maybe. It can be used, the word curator, someone who oversees something, someone who controls something. Word number 4 is criticism. Do you remember we learned reviews first lesson today? Now we are learning criticism. Criticism, it means an evaluation of something, especially of literary or other artistic works. For example, maybe you have heard a lot of criticism about movies. Especially when new movie comes out, the critics write their ideas, their opinions about this movie, so this is criticism. Sentence A, according to the criticism of the Victorian era, the painting was a masterpiece. Now it is considered merely a minor work. So in the past, it was amazing work. Masterpiece means very, very, very successful work. But nowadays, it is minor thing, almost nothing, because the time changed. And sentence B says the revered artist's criticism of the piece was particularly insightful. Next word that we are going to learn is express. It means to give an opinion or depict emotion. For example, a lot of people don't know how to express themselves. Like, they feel something, but they don't know how to say it. For example, a boy likes a girl, but cannot know how to say, so the boy can't express his love to the girl. Sentence A says the sculptor was able to express his feelings better through the use of clay rather than words. It happens a lot with the artists. They can't speak very well. They can't show everything with their words, but they show a lot of things with their work, with their music maybe, or with their paintings, sculptures, and etc. Poems. Sentence B says the photograph expresses a range of emotions, so it shows a lot of emotions. Fashion, probably you understand the meaning. It is noun and it means the prevailing style or custom. So popular way of style or custom. Sentence A says according to the fashion of the day, the languid pose of the sculpture was high art. Or sentence B says the museum's classical architecture has never gone out of fashion. Maybe we should learn these two phrases. In fashion means something that is popular nowadays. Out of fashion means something that is not popular anymore. For example, some clothes are in fashion now, and some clothes are already out of fashion. It is old style already, not popular anymore. Next word that we are going to learn is leisure. Leisure, it is a noun and it means a freedom from time-consuming duties, like free time. Leisure activities, maybe we can say free time activities. Sentence A says the woman took up painting in her retirement when she had more leisure time. Yep, she had more free time and she started painting. Sentence B says we can go to the permanent collection at our leisure. Can we use it like leisure time? Of course we can use it like leisure time. Here we have got leisure time in sentence A. Word number 8 is respond. It is verb. If you want to make it as a noun, you can use response. If you want to say about a person, we will say respondent. A person who responds to questions. Respond is a verb and it means to make a reply or to react to something. For example, you should respond to the invitation to attend museum gala. Or sentence B says the visitors who viewed those poignant photographs responded emotionally. Good. Word number 9, we have got schedule or schedule. It has two different pronunciations. It's a verb in this situation, and it means to enter in a planner or diary. When you write something in your diary, it means you are scheduling something. We did not schedule enough time to see all the exhibits that we were interested in, sentence A, and sentence B says, the museum is scheduling a collection of works by Japanese masters. Very interesting. I actually don't have a lot of information about Japanese arts and Japanese masters. Guys, let me ask you this question. Which museum did you visit last? Which museum did you visit last time? What was the last museum you visited? I remember which one I visited, but I don't remember the name. I need to check. I will also answer this question. I went to Bulgaria last year and I visited two museums in Sofia. But I have got to check the name because I don't remember the name of the museum. Sana visited Safranbolu Museum. This was the last one she visited. Was it interesting? Sana, did you like it? I visited a museum in Bulgaria last time, and it was Rumen Zhekov's selected work. Rumen Zhekov. It was very, very interesting. I did not expect Bulgaria to have some modern arts. There was another exhibition at the same museum. It was Infanta on Pink, John Kiki. I checked. So these were last two things that I visited. It was a commander home and there was a lot of things to use. It was different and so old. Good. So it was like home museum. Azime also visited 2 years ago Hierapolis in Pamukkale. To be honest, I have not visited museums in Turkey. I'm so ashamed of myself. I have been living almost 5 years in this country and I have not visited any museums. Wow. I have only visited Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, and I don't know if it's considered as a museum or not for you. For me, it was not like a museum. For me, it had different meaning. I cannot call it a museum. Yeah, now Sana says the same thing. Like these kind of places, we don't actually call museum, but we can say sightseeing, famous sightseeing place. And actually, 10 days ago, I think, because of this pandemic, coronavirus pandemic period, Turkish government did amazing thing. They opened some of the museums for online visits. It was for 1 day for free to visit, and I toured in many museums. And I remember one of them was very interesting, Frida Kahlo's house. This one is the one that I remembered very well. Also, I had the tour of Kent Museum, I think. There was one Kent Museum. And also there was one museum of Samsun. I think it is in Samsun. War Museum, something like that. I also did virtual tour of that museum. It was really good idea. Sana says there was also Toys Museum, but I could not see that one. Like some of the links did not work when I opened the file. So I only managed to see 4 or 5 of them. Now let's get back to our words. Word number 10 that we have got for today is significant. It means something important, meaningful, having a major effect. Sentence A says, the use of lamps to symbolize innocence is significant in Western art. Lamps, I think you understand. So in Western art, lamp symbolizes innocence, not guilt. Azime says, Asian and Mediterranean region, there are many museums, there are lots of masterpieces. True. Sentence B says the rush of new acquisitions represented a significant change in the museum's policies. Acquisition is like getting something. Number 11 is verb specialize, to concentrate particularly on something, to concentrate on a particular activity. For example, if we have toy factory, now it comes from Sana's sentence, we have toy factory and one person only prepares hair for the toy, another person prepares legs for the toy. So we can say one person specializes in hair, that another person specializes in legs production. Sentence A says the art historian specialized in Navarro rugs. And sentence B says the museum shop specializes in Ming vases. Word number 12 and the last word for today's lesson is spectrum. It is a noun and it means a range of related qualities, ideas, or activities. Sentence A says the painting crosses the spectrum from symbolic to realistic representation. So there are a lot of things from symbolic to realistic representation, and this painting has all of these things. And sentence B says the whole spectrum of artistic expression was represented in the exhibit. So everything was represented in the exhibit. Good. Guys, if you don't have any questions, we can move to exercise, and we will do like we did last lesson, gap filling exercise. If we have time, also we will do multiple choice questions. Are there any questions about the words that we have just learned? Let me see also our Facebook viewers. Okay, no question on YouTube or Facebook. Then I guess we can move to the words. exercise. So we will use the words that we learned in the sentences. We have got acquire, admire, collected, criticism, expressing, fashion, leisure, responded, schedule, significant, specialize, and spectrum. Okay, let's start with the first one. Museums are places to view and blah blah blah, of course, verb, the great works of art. What do you think, guys? Which one is correct answer? Azime, can you please pay attention to grammar, because we have museums are places to view, so we have infinitive here, and of course again we will need infinitive because these two applies here and also here. Okay, so we will use verb 1 form. State of Seoul official says acquire. It can be correct. We can use acquire, or there is also another answer. We can say acquire, no problem, or guys, which other one we can use here? Admire, true. You have got both correct answers. Good job. Let's continue. All large cities and even many small cities have good art museums in which you will find a wide blah 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 of paintings, sculptures, drawings, and prints. Of course, we need noun here because we have got a article, then wide it's adjective, and we need to use noun. Girls and boys, come on. What do we need in gap number 2? Like many different types. Good job, Azime. Of course, we need spectrum here. So they offer a wide spectrum of paintings. Many different paintings, like a range, guys. Museums attempt to collect and display a broad range of examples of how, throughout time, men and women have blah 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 to what they have seen. Guys, pay attention to have, because we use have to form present perfect tense. So we have, and we need verb 3 over here. And also, it will be good if you pay attention to preposition to. Men and women have done something to what they have seen. So, preposition to. Which verb needs preposition to? Let's see. Acquire, this is verb, but not verb 3. It's not past participle. Collected, it is past participle. Criticism, not a verb. Expressing, not past participle. Fashion, not a verb. Leisure, not a verb. Responded is past participle. Schedule is not past participle. Significant is not a verb. Specialize, not past participle. And spectrum, we have already used actually this one, so let's delete. So we have two options, responded or collected. State of Sole Official says responded. Do you agree with him or her? I think it's a boy. State of Sole Official should be a man, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. So guys, do you agree with him or her? For number 3, Gözde, Azime, Sana, what do you think? Is responded correct? Because we have here preposition to, we need to use responded. Gözde and State of Sole Official are correct because men and women have seen something and they responded to it. They had reaction to it. So we will use responded over here. Men and women have responded to what they have seen, thought, and felt by blah 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 themselves through materials like stone, clay, and paint, or ink and paper. They have seen, thought, and felt by, so we need some kind of way, themselves through materials. These can be ing form, State Sole of Official gave two possible answers. One of them is correct. So guys, which one is correct? Criticism or expressing? Azime has given correct answer for this, and State of Sole Official by expressing themselves. True. By expressing themselves through materials like stone, clay, pink, blah 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 blah. The artist imposes an order on these materials. That is, we can use noun, we can use adjective. Kind of difficult, number 5, I think, because we don't know exactly what we need here. Any ideas, guys, for number 5? the artist imposes an order on these materials, that is, so artist takes some kind of material and does something to this, and the final result is wow! You can never imagine that from this clay something can be created. Esra has correct answer. Significant, definitely. For number 5, true. Some styles of art or particular objects are in blah 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 for only a while. So some styles of objects are popular. What is another word for popular, guys? In what? Azime says fashion. Esra also says fashion. And State of Soul Official says fashion. You are amazing, guys. Fashion is correct answer here. Very good job. Are in fashion for only a while, and others earn positive something over time and are seen as enduring classics. What can you earn? Positive what? Kozde also said answer for question 6, I think. What do you think about number 7, guys? Positive what? Azime says criticism. I think it suits okay. If you don't have any other idea, guys, I will write criticism. Hure is asking about leisure. Leisure, it means free time. Free, something you do when you are free. This is leisure activity. But for number 7, you can earn positive free or freedom. No, it doesn't suit. Azime's answer is correct. We need to use to earn positive criticism. And let's continue. I want to do the opposite. When you go to a museum, be sure to, verb of course, plenty of time to see the art without feeling rushed. So we need to use verb, and we need to use verb 1 form. Hello, Gulay. Gulay. What do you think about number 8, guys? When you go to a museum, be sure to, verb, plenty of time. Leisure is not verb. We need to use verb. And it should be verb 1 form. Infinitive, we can say to what? To. Esra has correct answer. Of course, when you go to a museum, be sure to schedule plenty of time to see the art without feeling rushed. So you need a lot of time and you should schedule a lot of time for museum. If you are lucky enough to live near a museum, you can come back again at your what, guys? If you live near the museum, you can come back again at your acquire, collected, leisure, or specialize. I think we can find answer very easily for this one. Esra and State of Soul Official say leisure. Also Gözde agrees with them, and of course it is correct. Thank you, guys. Leisure. Some museums show a broad collection of art from different times and cultures, often blah blah blah, and donated by their generous patrons. Patrons is like owner, guys. What do we need for number 10? Acquire, collected, or specialize? Adem and State of Soul Official say collected. Of course, it is correct. Number 10, we need collected. True. Other museums, of course, we need verb in displaying art from a certain period, say from the ancient world, or by a certain group or nationality of people, like by Native Americans. Pay attention to preposition in. Other museums acquire in displaying art from a certain period, or other museums specialize in displaying art from a certain period. Number 11 is acquire or specialize. As usual, we have got first answer from State of Soul Official. Let's see if other students agree with him. Adam also says specialize, and you are correct, guys. We've got to use specialize here because they also provided correct answer. The operations of many museums are paid for by the government, and these museums are often free to the public. Other museums must charge each person upon entry. These fees help the museum operate and acquire more works. So last one, number 12, is acquire. Good. I think we understood and we did very, very well. There was no problem with any of the words. You gave me correct answers for all the words. Good job. Fee, it is money that you pay for something, like price of something or cost of something, as a noun. Let's do one more exercise. over here, we have got the word families. You need to put correct form of the word in each sentence, like noun, adjective, adverb, verb, this kind of thing. Number 10, we have got sentence like this. The museum was lucky to be given a collection of works by such an admired artist, or admires artist. The number 10, guys, is A, B, C, or D? Of course, it's adjective. State of Soul official says correct, and Azime says C. You are correct, guys. 11. Once Mimi began collection, collectible, collecting, collector, pottery, her husband gave her pieces as gifts. What do you think about number 11, guys? A, B, C, or D? Thank you very much, Kozde, for watching, and I wish you a very, very nice evening. Hope to see you again. Azme says 11C, and State of Soul official also says C. Correct. After began, guys, we need to use gerund, ing form of the verb C. True. The curator's criticism, critical, criticize of the museum's fundraising plan seemed short-sighted. You have apostrophe S, so definitely we need noun here. Criticism, critic, critical, or criticize? Number 12, guys. State of Soul official says criticism, A. And it is correct. We need to use A here because noun form is criticism. Question number 13. We have been asked to, of course, we need verb, responsive, response, respond, responding to the proposal by the end of the month. Guys, when you write answer, also please write the number of the question. For example, 13A or 13B. So what do you think about number 13? A, B, C, or D? We have been asked to respond, responsive, response, responding. Ahmed and Adam, okay. Ahmed says 13C and State of Soul official says C. You are totally correct, guys, and Azime also 13C. Question number 14. The museum offers a, of course, noun, schedules, scheduled, scheduling, schedule of guided tours. A, B, C, or D? Schedules, schedule, scheduling, schedule. Which one? Come on, guys. Ahmed, Azime, Adam, State of Soul official. Who is gonna be first? 14. Ha! Esra was the first one. Good job, Esra. Of course, D. And last question for today's lesson. After becoming a specialist, specially or special in Egyptian tomb painting, the art historian lost her interest in other kinds of art. Number 15, A, B, C, or D? Which one do you think is correct? A, B, C, or D? State of Soul Official, Adam and Azime say 15B. And you are correct, guys. Ahmed also joined them. True. So we have done all of them without mistake. Very good job, guys. And thank you very much for watching my video today. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channels and like our videos and write some good comments about Justenglish and the teachers. We love it very much on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. And enjoy your evening. I hope to see you soon. Maybe tomorrow if your level is upper intermediate for upper intermediate vocabulary lesson, or some other time. Bye bye.